says, Chairman, questions. I would like to see if Cassandra, Mikell, and Lawton Sack is in the audience.
Yes, sir.
Would y'all please, would you come up, please?
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman.
Good evening. I wanted to apologize to you for something, but I want to give you the time to finish sharing with us something.
Yes, sir.
I think it's probably 2 or 3 meetings ago y'all were here, and you wanted to address the lawsuit with the DSDA about the entertainment that they had. And I think actually y'all sued and closed before it went to court. Y'all made a settlement, is that correct?
No, sir, it is not.
All right, correct me then.
No, we never filed a lawsuit. We had asked the DSDA, their board and their attorney, Andrew Lavoie, to sit down and to discuss this. And the next thing we know, we were getting a legal letter from Mr. Andrew Lavoie stating that we could not participate and that they would be ending all groups except for commercial vendors. At that time, after receiving that letter, we contacted our attorney and it proceeded from there.
Okay. I'm doing this for y'all because there's been so much negative talk, and that's why I want y'all to share it. I think there was a settlement for, what, $80,000, and you had told us that y'all paid the attorney $20,000, you paid taxes, and this is the part that a question was asked of y'all, and I don't think the balance of it got, there was a question not ever asked, I guess, or told, but what happened to the rest of the $40,000?
Yes, sir. As a 501c4, we are not required to answer that question publicly. We have to make reports to the IRS on an annual basis. I'm not a Muslim, by the way.
I didn't say you were.
No, sir. But that question was also asked.
Well, you know, and like I said, I'm doing this for y'all's sake, but you don't have to answer that question
No,
at
sir.
any time in the future.
No, sir.
What happened to the other $40,000?
No, sir. Just like we don't ask y'all what y'all do with y'all's salary.
But was that not taxpayer?
No,
Was
sir.
that not taxpayer dollars that was spent?
We're in that situation because our First Amendment rights were taken away from us. And that's the bottom line. The DSDA made the decision not to hold First Fridays. We never asked for that to happen. We stood up for our rights as citizens. They're the one that made it legal. We asked for a sit-down meeting, as we do here in Bulloch County, and they made a decision not to allow us to be out there. At that time, we had to retain an attorney, and we had to pay that attorney. It was always our goal to be able to participate in First Friday. And we as Americans have the right to participate in government activities, whether people like it or not, whether they agree with the message or not. Those are tenets of the First Amendment. And I am not ashamed for standing up for our rights or the rights of these citizens. People make decisions based off of who they know, their biases, but the First Amendment is sanctimony to everything that we do in this country. It's the same right that y'all have that we have.
Lawton, I'm not questioning any of that, because
Yes.
you shared that with us. And I guess what I was questioning, what I heard, and I was hoping it wasn't true, is that you and Cassandra had split the balance of the money. Is that not true?
once again, we were put into this situation because our First Amendment rights were taken away. We wanted to sit down and work this out the Bulloch County way, and they made a decision not to do that. It was up to the insurance company to make a settlement on this case. Y'all have dealt with it in lawsuits with this county. The city has done it as well. And when the insurance company heard the recording with Alan Muldrew and they saw the merits of this case, they said this is a textbook First Amendment right violation. And they said, we want this over with. And that is what happened.
Well, and I understand all of that. So, you want to say something?
Yeah, just one thing. The only other merit to his case is that there would have been no settlement had the DSDA followed the legal letter that they had sent us, that they were eliminating all nonprofit groups, basically any group that didn't sell something, they were eliminating those folks. They didn't follow the legal letter that they sent us saying that they were eliminating groups. Had they done that, there would have been no settlement. There would have been no reason to hire an attorney.
I'm not questioning any of that. It was just out there that Lawton had gotten $20,000 and you had gotten $20,000. And we'll end this conversation. We won't discuss it.
Well, I will reiterate that we were put in this situation because our rights were violated. It's the only reason any of this came out about it. We have been attacked publicly. We have been disgraced publicly. Our own integrity has been called into question. It is the same as a drunk driver hitting somebody else's car and then blaming the innocent person that they had hit because they got a new car out of it. We have been working for over the last year and a half for the citizens of this county. We have been through hell and back, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to continue fighting for these citizens of Bulloch County, no matter what people say, no matter what texts are sent out, what kind of mailers are sent out, that we're going to stand for the rights of the citizens if the elected officials aren't going to do that.
Well, I understand. What I was trying to do is protect your integrity also, because I knew y'all wouldn't have taken $20,000 apiece out of the monies that were. That's all. Just trying to protect y'all really, and so there's a lot.
But by the question even being asked, our integrity again, we have yet to hear a single commissioner to stand up and say you were wronged. All we've been questioned about is money. And nobody's standing up at the city of Statesboro or Bulloch County and saying, we wrong citizens of this county. Our First Amendment rights will not be risked for entertainment value, which the government is not in the business of entertaining people. They are here to protect the rights that were given to the citizens, and they were taken away. And I would do it again tomorrow, and I will continue to stand up for other people, whether they're Democrat or the Republican or Libertarian or whatever. The citizens' rights come first, not the elected officials' desires, not who knows who, but the rights that were given to us. And I'm going to continue to fight for that.
And I hope you do. Thank y'all both for coming. Next, we have